प्रधानमंत्री ने फिर से एक बार विपक्ष को अटैक किया है कि संसद में जो विपक्ष है वो मणिपुर पे डिस्कशन नहीं चाहते थे और मणिपुर के साथ एक्चुअली जो ऑपोजिशन है उन्होंने विश्वासघात किया है। इस चीज पे और मणिपुर के चीज के लिए बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ लॉरो फोजे जुड़ चुके हैं। ये एनपीएफ से एमपी है लोकसभा में। इनसे विस्तार में बात करेंगे कि इनका इस पे क्या कहना है। सर, यू कंफर्टेबल टू आंसर इन वर यू कंफर्टेबल। हाउ डू यू सी दिस स्टेटमेंट दैट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द प्राइम मिनिस्टर? क्या प्रधानमंत्री ने जो बयान दिया है, क्या आपको सच में लगता है कि विपक्ष ने विश्वासघात किया है? हैज द ऑपोजिशन ड्यूप्ड मणिपुर?
The government, particularly led by Honorable Prime Minister, I think they have done so much of great works for Manipur. And so we in no way have lost confidence in him. We have a lot of confidence in him. The only thing is during the dealing of this present particular issue of violence and then of molestation and then of rape, of killing and things like that going on in Manipur, we only expect that the government will do a little more. You know, as much as they've done in developmental works, I think the reach out of the Prime Minister or including the Grihamantri ji also, it should be a little humane in their approach. So the touch, it's, you know, emotionally it's not connecting.
So, क्योंकि आप लोग allies भी हैं, you're also allies with them. एक अलाई के तौर पे जो रोल प्ले करना चाहिए था, the role that they should have played because they're also in the center. आपको लगता है that role has been played?
See, there is slightly a missing link. Let me just say it. We wanted to speak even in the Lok Sabha also, on the floor of the House also, but then there was a restraint because the government is there and yes.
Restraint, sir, किसके तौर पे है? Who gave the restraint?
No, like that it is better that we don't speak.
It was communicated to you?
It was communicated.
By?
By, you know, subtly by some members. So yeah.
We can say from the center?
Yeah. So, you know, that being so, yeah, I understand the sentiment of the center, of the government also, because we are also emotionally charged. Because my people, my men and women, particularly a lot of families that have been hurt, a lot of blood has been shed, a lot of violence has been going on. And so everyone says Manipur is burning, which is very true. And so even emotionally, our people are very charged. They want us to represent their sentiments by talking even at the parliament.
As a leader, sir, आपको difficulty कितना हो जाता है? How difficult does it get for you that you are from Manipur? As you said, you were restrained. You couldn't even speak about your people. How difficult it is to be in politics and where you want to represent your people, but your hands are tied.
See, I want to be very humane in my approach to my people. My people should feel that I'm emotionally very connected with them. But because of, you know, political constraints, sometimes it becomes very difficult. Because as an ally, I cannot support the motion that was being set by the opposition.
You wanted to, sir?
Well, I'll not say I wanted to do a no confidence because as I said in the beginning, the Prime Minister and then the present government has done so much for Manipur and particularly even for the hills also because in the decades of rule by the other parties, we have not seen as much development. And so, yes, this is an unfortunate incident that violence had come.
That the human approach should have been there.
Should have been there. You know, if the government had approached you know, the state, or they have taken control of the reins of the state at the early stage, and these things would not have gone out of control.
There was a failure at the parliament.
Very rightly said. Very rightly.
So, Rahul Gandhi had visited Manipur. How did you see it there in times?
Now, see, this is, though he is from the opposition, I am glad that he tried to connect with the people. He tried to understand at the ground what is actually going on, which is a good thing, and which is one thing, of course, Grihamantri did in his own way, and then also the Minister of State also has done. See, before the violence broke out, you know, almost every day, every second day, some union ministers will be reaching out to Manipur. But when trouble time came, they just kept away. And that is what amazes me. I couldn't understand.
Do you think that always, like always, we've always failed Northeast because mainland India fails to connect with Northeast? Do you think that is the main case why this has happened?
That is partly, yes. Partly yes, because in good times, yes, who would not like to go? They like to enjoy. They like to do. It's a beautiful place, and then people are also very good. They are very hospitable in their nature. But in trouble times, when people are crying, when people are bleeding, I think it is the right time for them to reach out and say, "We'll do something."
सर एक एलाय के तौर पे क्योंकि आपने भी सपोर्ट किया बीजेपी को, दोनों के मिलकर सरकार बनी, both of you together there in Manipur, you must have had more expectations.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, there are a lot of things that the government has done, even developmentally also. Lots of things, yes. But there are certain things which are needful, which is why I wanted the government to be able to address the needs of the hills also. And then not only Manipur, meaning Imphal Valley, and then doing something there alone is not enough.
So even Amit Shah's statement in the parliament on Manipur wasn't perceived in the best of note in Manipur. People of Manipur weren't happy with what the Home Minister had said in the parliament.
Yeah, I think what was perceived is that they have not actually done enough. Yes, he has mentioned that the state was very cooperative in its approach towards the whatever that the center has said, and that the government has been doing well in some ways. But then there are questions deep inside that wanted to ask, is this also approved by the government? Is this also a cooperation with the central government? And, there are some things like that we want to ask. But as an ally, I'm
So ये जो आप में एक रिस्ट्रेन है, एक नेता के तौर पे कितना डिफिकल्ट होता है, क्योंकि आपको तो मणिपुर में जाके आपके जनता को जवाब देना होगा.
That is true. That is true. Which is why, allowing us to speak in a parliament should have been made. Because as an ally, my party winning will only help build up the alliance. Now, when because of my people's doubt and loss of confidence in me, because of my remaining silent, this also is going to reflect.
क्या आपने जिद किया था कि सर हमें प्लीज बोलने दीजिए पार्लियामेंट पे, ये मणिपुर पे अच्छा इफेक्ट पड़ेगा अगर हमें बोलने दिया जाए? Did you say that, please allow us to speak in the parliament? Because if we speak, people of Manipur might feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely this has been raised, this has been mentioned. We had actually demanded that the Prime Minister or concerned people should actually speak out. Now, say for example, women have been raped, a lot of atrocities done against women, and in which, even if the others do not speak, Women and Child Development Mantriji could have spoken. And she is very vocal, she is very, aggressive about whatever happens to women. And in this case, why? What happened?
As Manipuri, sir, as someone who represents the community, do you feel sad when our leaders talk and condemn Manipur and then talk about another state as a whataboutery in the same line? Do you feel sad about the way they speak on Manipur? Shouldn't Manipur be condemned alone in a single line and not be added with another state in the whataboutery?
No, that is what. Not only the opposition members, but also from the government. It keeps on coming. When we are talking about Manipur, we are talking about the atrocities and the pain that the people in Manipur are suffering. Now, what will happen is they say, what about this state? What about that state? It is very unfortunate. Why mix up? We're talking about Manipur. Manipur is suffering. Manipur is burning. Why we're not talking about Manipur? Let us isolate that. Completely dwell on Manipur and try to build up that lost confidence. Let the hurt be healed. Healing has to be brought to Manipur. Why they're not doing it? The government has a big role to play, and which is why, sometimes the Prime Minister, who is the leader of the House, who is my leader, who represents my people, he should have, as a fatherly figure, he should have reached out and then tried to wipe away their tears. That would have been a very good gesture. That is all that I need from my leader.
So you request that, sir, as well?
Yes.
He's an MP. He's requesting the Prime Minister, please come to Manipur, wipe out the tears. He represents a community which needs a healing touch, and he's reaching out to the Prime Minister, who is the head of the entire country. So that's exactly what you're looking out for at this
Exactly. When we look at this violence, this ethnic issues that are coming up there, yes, we know that on the sides there are various issues that has led on to this. But ultimately, why talk about issues now? Let us first heal the heart, broken heart. We have to mend that broken heart. We have to heal, wipe away their tears. And in doing so, I'm sure much of those problems that are surrounding the genesis of the whole problem would also be dealt with. And then the sensitivity of the government is so important. As I often used to say, Manipur is at the border. The borders are very fragile. And then, a lot of instability being created in that border state. What will the neighbors who are looking at trying to destroy the very fabric of the Indian state, which is supposed to be the largest democracy, how will they react, and how will they look at today the way the world is perceiving India in the light of Manipur? Handling of Manipur. I think sometimes it is very, very.
सर एक आखिरी सवाल, होम मिनिस्टर ने भी सांसद में ये बोला, he said in the parliament that we should, the reason we've not replaced the chief minister is because he's cooperating. अगर वो cooperate नहीं करते तो हम उनको हटाते. Do you agree in that statement?
No, see, in the true sense of the word, if the chief minister is cooperating with the center in all aspects, it is right only for the government to say that because of this he is being retained. But then when they are saying like that, I want to question, what are the areas that he has really cooperated? What are those areas which the chief minister has been condoned or approved by by the center in toto? So that is the question. If not, then why leave out some?
So the chief minister being shielded by the center?
That is something which we are made to think.
And feel bad about?
Definitely. We feel very bad about it.
सो ये थे मणिपुर से सांसद. इनका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कहना है कि अभी का जो स्थिति है, पहले हीलिंग टच होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. राहुल गांधी की भी इन्होंने तारीफ की कि ऐसे समय पे जहां पे मणिपुर में अभी भी टर्मोइल है, वो गए, वहां से लोगों से बातचीत की. ये एक बहुत अच्छा कदम था. उनका ये भी मांगना है कि सांसद ने भी वॉट अबाउटरी को छोड़ के अगर एक लाइन में हम सिर्फ मणिपुर के बारे में बात करें तो शायद मणिपुर पे बैठी जो जनता ये चीजें देख रही है उन्हें और भी ज्यादा हीलिंग होगी और जो सिचुएशन है वो थोड़ा काम होने में आसानी होगी. वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट अभिषेक बाई के साथ श्रेया चैटर्जी, आज तक.